Hello student, our today's topic is operations on set. We have already learned about sets and its type. Now we will see the operation on set. So basically we perform two operations on set, that is intersection of set and union of set. So let's start with the first one, intersection of two sets. Suppose there are two sets, non-empty set A and B. So what we find in intersection? We are making a set of common element of both the set. How we represent it? We are writing this symbol which represent intersection. So A intersection B equal to the common element of both the set, that is 3 and 4. So the definition of intersection of two set is the set of all common element of A and B is called the intersection of A and B. Symbolically we can represent it as below. A intersection B is a set of all x such that x belongs to A and x belongs to B as well. Let's understand it through the Venn diagram. This is our set A and set B. The common element of both the set we write in this part, which means it is the intersection of set A and B. So this part represents intersection of A and B. Let's learn the properties of intersection of sets. First property is A intersection B is equal to B intersection A. To understand the first property, let's come back to our previous example where we have set A and B and we have find the value of A intersection B, means the common element of A and B, that is 3 and 4. If I write the same thing in the inverse way, means in the opposite way, B intersection A means what? The common element of set B and A. It doesn't matter how we write because the common element remains the same. So that's why it is said that A intersection B is equal to B intersection A. Now let's see the next property. If A is subset of B, then A intersection B equal to A. Let's understand this through the example. Here I have set A and set B. You can see here all element of set A are an element of set B also. It means A is a subset of B, right? Yes. Or through Venn diagram also we can understand this. All element of set A are an element of set B also. So A is subset of B. If we try or we find intersection of A and B, means common element of set A and B. So what we will get? Which are the common element here? 3, 4, 5. So I have written here. You can see this whole common element or this whole set is nothing but our set A. So we can replace this. A intersection B is equal to A when A is subset of B. So that is our second property. If A is subset of B, then A intersection B equal to A. Similarly, if we have B subset of A, then A intersection B equal to B. So those are the subset that will be the answer for the intersection. So these two property has given in the textbook. Let's see the next one, fourth one. A intersection B is subset of A and A intersection B is subset of B. Suppose we have set A and B who have the common element 3 and 4 in both the set. So answer for A intersection B is the set of common element of both the set, that is 3, 4. Now you observe this set. the whole set A intersection B is one set. This set can be a part of set A as well as set B. The all element of this set are an element of set A. So I can write it element of set A intersection B is a subset of A, and element of intersection of set A and B also a subset of B, which means the element present in A intersection B are also present in set A and set B. This looks very complicated, but actually it is very easy to understand if you think logically. Next property, A intersection of A complement is phi, means empty set. A means any set. A complement, the element which is not present in A but present in universal set. When we look for the common element in both, actually we cannot find anything. So it is a empty set. Let's see one example for this. Suppose I have set A which contain element like 1, 2, 3 and its universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how I will represent through the Venn diagram? This is my set A which contain element 1, 2, 3 and remaining element which is present in universal set but not in the set A are called the A complement. A complement is always opposite to the set A. They don't have the same element in both the set. So the remaining elements are 4, 5, 6 are the element of A complement. So I hope you understood what is A complement means. It is opposite of A. We have to omit this element from universal set when we are writing the A complement. So these are 4, 5, 6. Now if I ask you to write the intersection, means the common element in set A and A complement. So can you find any element is common there? No, there is no element is common. So it is an empty set. So I hope you understood this fifth property. See the sixth property. A intersection A is equal to A. Let's find the intersection of A, means common element from the same set. So what will be the element will come in common? All the element will come in common as we are finding the common element of the same set. So I can replace this by writing A intersection A is equal to A, means the intersection of same set is always equal to that set only. Let's see the last property. A intersection to the empty set is equal to the empty set. For example, if I have set A which contains some element and phi means an empty set who don't have any element. So what will be the common in both? Nothing. There is no element in common, means answer for this is the empty set. So A intersection to empty set is equal to empty set. This is our seventh property. I hope you understood all this property. Now let's move to the next topic, disjoint set. It is not an operation. It is just a concept which we should understand. Now here they have given two sets, set A and B. Can you find anything common between them? No. These two sets are completely different from each other. So these two sets are called disjoint set. Set A and B are disjoint sets. Let's move toward the next operation, union of two sets. Let's consider this example. I have set A and set B, which contains some common elements too. That is called the intersection of two sets. Opposite to that, we are going to learn union of two sets, which is represented by this symbol, which looks like U. So A union B is equal to all elements of both the set. So here we are going to list out all the elements of set A and B, and the common element we will write it once only. Let's see one more example from the textbook to understand what is union of two sets more clearly. Here I have set A and set B. You can see here all the elements of set B are an element of set A also. So the set B is an subset of A. While writing A union B, what we will do? We will write all the elements of set A and B by avoiding the repetition of common element. It means we have to list out the common element once only in the list. Let's learn the properties of union of set. First one is A union B is equal to B union A. So let's come back to our previous example. Here we was having set A and set B, and we found A union B means all element which present in set A and B. If we want to find B union A, then what will be the answer for this? Same answer, means all the element of set A and B. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The answers are identical. Both the answers are same. So the left hand also same. So first property is A union B is equal to B union A. Let's see the next property. If A is subset of B, then A union B is equal to B. Let's understand this property through the example. Here I have set A and set B. You can see here all elements of set A are present in set B also. So A is subset of B. Now here I want to find A union B. So we will write all the elements of both the set. So these are 2, 3, 1, 4. We have not repeated the common element. You can see here these all elements are present in set B, means it is nothing but set B. So we can write the same thing by replacing this set by letter or by name of the set. So if A is subset of B, then A union B is equal to the B. This is our second property. Similarly, if B is subset of A, then A union B is equal to A. So that is our third property. Second one was if A is subset of B, then answer for union is B. If B is subset of A, then answer of union is A. So answer is always a bigger set. Now the fourth one, A union to A complement is equal to the universal set. Now let's understand through the example. If I have universal set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and set A with the element 1, 2, 3, complement of A will be 4 and 5. Now here they ask A union of A complement. Means we have to write all elements which present in set A and A complement. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now observe this set. Isn't it a universal set? Yes. Therefore, this is our next property. Fourth one. When the union of A and A complement, we are finding the answer is universal set. A union A complement is equal to universal set. Fifth property, A union to A is equal to A. Means all element we have to write, so it will represent the same set again. Next one, sixth, A union of empty set is equal to set A. I have set A which having some element. When we are finding A union of A, means all element of same set is equal to all element of that set only, which is nothing but A union of A equal to set A. That was our property number 5. Let's see the next one, property number 6. When we are finding A union of empty set. So we have to write all the element from these two set. Empty set don't have any element. So which element will come in this category, in this set? Only the element of set A. As we don't have any element in empty set, we will write this element of set A only. Therefore, answer of this A union to empty set is equal to set A. I hope you understood all these properties of union of sets. Now let's move toward the next topic, number of elements in a set. Let's see this set A, which having some element in this. Let's count how many elements they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is 5 element. So which is denoted by small n symbol or small n letter, which is called as number of element in set A equal to 5. Similarly, set B contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 element. So number of element in set B is equal to 6. Student, below the page, on page number 14, one formula has given, which we are going to use while solving the sums of practice set 1.4. So just remember or by heart this formula, which is very important for us. The formula is number of element of A union B is equal to number of element of set A plus number of element of set B minus number of element of set A intersection B. Through this formula, we can find any value of any set if remaining values are provided to us. Just go through the all operation which we have learned today to understand it more properly, more clearly. So see all the examples which is given in the textbook. Then we will start the practice set 1.4.